the nerds. This is for the brainiacs. This what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back. You ain't gonna touch me. You not gonna do nothing. You are not above me. I bet you wish you was me. I know it, I know.
What's really poppin', everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Only Friends podcast. I'm here with the squad. We got Melissa in the building.
My ears are blowing out.
You know, she didn't like the mic check 1 2 1 2 before the show. You know, we had to get shit popping. You know, we had to start the vocals.
Yeah.
Tortoise, as always.
What's up?
The dark side is here again.
It's always a pleasure to embrace our community.
I mean, we need a dark side consultant.
Check out those new emotes, except he fucked the fucking dark side.
We got new emotes.
We got new emotes.
All right, squad, we got new emotes
The
in there.
dark side one's fucked up because there's a white background for some reason.
All right,
I'm still going to put it in
But
there.
check out the LGIP one. That one's sick.
Ooh, we got a let's get it poppin' emote out there. I see. Oh, that shit looks sick.
God, I can't.
LMA 9.
LMA 9. All right. So we got the emote game popping now. I see we're moving on to things. If you do not have those emotes, you can just hit join on your screen and join our community. And you can get all the cool emotes.
Yeah, they look great. Except the dark side one looks like shit.
The LMA 9 is just truly popping.
It is popping.
I've never seen something like that. Wow. Talking about popping. Did you guys see my fucking Yankees yesterday?
Oh, I watched the whole game, man.
Let's go, Yankees!
Garrett Cole. Ooh, he needed to pitch a good game, and he did.
I mean, it feels like he hasn't pitched one in a very, very long time. I mean, every Instagram post I've seen about him in like the past couple months, it's
He
like
struggled in the playoffs last year or so.
it's
People
like,
were
you know, he's pulled the biggest robbery in history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice to see him, you know, coming through in the playoffs. It's playoff time. It's Yankee time.
Yeah.
You already know.
Better watch out for those Astros.
As long as there's no
That
trash.
walk-off yesterday, did you see that?
I didn't see that, but I was watching the stats and I just saw that they were down by, I don't know. I think it was-
7-3 in the 8th.
Yeah.
2-run homer and then a 3-run homer.
Yeah, I mean.
There you go.
That's what happens when you got garbage cans and shit banging around. You know, you just happen to know things. You know, but other than that, moving on, we have Dan Smith's Double Up Charity on Drive having a charity. I said that so bad.
That's okay.
Dan Smith's having his charity Double Up Drive is having a charity tournament at Resorts World on October 17th at 6 p.m. with cocktail hour starting at 5 p.m.
Oh.
It's a 2K buy-in with 1K rebuys, with 50% of the prize pool going to the Double Up Drive, and 50% of the prize pool will be given out in prizes. So go check that out. Dan's the man at Resorts World on October 17th.
Check
I
it
have
out.
to answer a pressing question. Someone asked what I'm drinking. It's a venti iced blonde oat milk latte with chocolate cold foam.
That's a mouthful.
Chocolate cold foam.
Chocolate cold
that sounds
foam.
expensive.
That sounds like
cheap.
$7.
Yeah.
Mm.
Rampage told me that I'll never be rich if I spend money on Starbucks.
That's
what
not true.
some guy on YouTube told him.
I mean,
Yeah, no. That's a false statement.
Okay,
Chin's trying to say he's rich and he buys Starbucks
no, but
every day.
that's what I'm saying. Chin's rich and he buys Starbucks, so that means that I can be rich and buy Starbucks.
I think the thing
That's actually a true story. He actually only had big bills to pay for your coffee, so you're welcome, Melissa.
Wow.
you know, I think Chin got rich before the Starbucks, and that's why he says this.
I'm not. I don't know what. Let's stop
Don't
talking
worry,
about.
the tax man's not listening.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to this podcast.
I literally
man.
spent yesterday night like doing taxes. Like, I was just like, "Fuck! I got the extension until the 15th. I better get all these things out in order."
Uncle Sam ain't got time for us,
that
man.
was not a fun one.
No,
And
well.
it never is. But it's nice to be a cash game player.
Mm.
It is nice.
Well, if you want to
That's
learn,
the route.
how to beat Dan Smith's Double Up Charity Tournament next year, on February 2nd to February 5th, we're having the Solve for Why Academy right here in the office. It's going to be great. I had something there, but you know, I keep fucking it up. You can go to academy.solveforwhy.io to get more information on that. Please like and subscribe at our page, and you know, we're gonna start doing a lot of things here. I've been thinking we need a giveaway. Like we don't have anything.
What are we giving away?
I mean, we got the website. We got
We're
some.
gonna give the website away.
We got some
on
months.
the website away.
We got some months.
solvefory.io.
This is how you not get rich.
we got some months of subscriptions we can give away for the website, but we need to come up with some good ideas. Like, I know we've been like kind of throwing some ideas around, but we need to come up with some good ones.
I'd like to do a clips contest. I'd like to do a Photoshop contest, and the bingo board is a great one.
The bingo board, it has to come.
Meme contest, stuff like that.
All right, so I think that's a good 3. I think we'll come up with details later on and put them on Twitter, and we'll take the top 5. Everybody gets a month free.
Yeah.
We'll put it into a raffle, the top 3 of them, and one of those persons get a seat at the Software Academy. Who knows? Maybe we can work things out. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Chin's gonna butt in a minute. Like, once he just puts out his phone, he's gonna say something. He's got things to say. When you say free, he says no. That's just what happens. We know the shit.
I just understand that Starbucks is fine, but giving away the whole website is a problem.
I'm just trying to give us.
So we're gonna give away The Office.
That's right.
Just some free subscriptions, just for a month.
That's fine.
And then maybe a seat, one seat to every.
I don't know about the seat.
We'll do a raffle. We'll do a cool raffle.
How much do you get paid again?
Me?
Can we give away that?
Wait, 0?
We're gonna give away Conrad's tab. You guys can pick that up.
Wow.
Nah, I'm with it. It's fine. It's fine.
So we're gonna put something together. We'll put it out on Twitter.
We'll do it in
the next couple
December,
days.
right? So that we can. It's a tax write-off right before the year ends.
That's how you stay rich.
That's the move.
That's the move.
You look at our budget, and you look at the account, and you're like, we can afford to give one away. Write it off. Charity event.
Sometimes you can do that, Did you guys happen to see Twitter recently?
Yeah, I mean, I am disturbed by the amount of time I have spent on Twitter and on YouTube over the last 10 days.
This is a feel good. This is a moment of a feel good story. Berkey.
What's going on here?
Berkey tweeted yesterday, holy shit, just happened to be digging through my analytics and noticed that Pat McAfee was following me. As a fellow Yinzer who grew up just down the road.
Oh my God.
Down the road.
Don.
Can't explain how much I appreciate this dude and what he's done with his show. It's no secret the Only Friends pod is heavily influenced by him. And guess fucking what? Scroll down a little bit and Pat McAfee decided to respond.
Yes, he did.
What the fuck?
The crazy part is that Berkey sent us a screenshot yesterday, and he didn't even notice that Pat McAfee had followed him. It said his top follow for the month was Pat McAfee, and I thought that's why he was sending it, but he didn't even know.
It was hilarious. McAfee goes and says, "My man, I'm sorry, I'm just now learning about a pro poker player from Pittsburgh.
What the heck?
I grew up watching and playing cards. I'm your newest fan, brother. I love seeing Yinzers make it. Let's go get a bracelet."
Yes.
The nice part is that he knew that Berkey didn't have a bracelet yet.
Yeah, he did.
How did he know?
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, no, he didn't. How does he know? Does he watch our podcast?
No, he just
looked
up Matt Berkey bracelet.
No, man, he does podcasts. He does his he does his research, I'm sure. He probably saw
has
that
a
real
research
quick.
team. He's like, yo, look up that guy, Matt Berkey.
Yeah, tell me about him.
If anyone doesn't know, Berkey is basically in love with Pat McAfee.
He's his number one fan.
Like, I don't know how many times I've come downstairs and Berkey's just sitting on the couch by himself watching Pat McAfee and like dying laughing.
He's absolutely obsessed with the show, and for good reason. The show is awesome. It's what we do here, kind of. Like, we kind of got the idea of this show from there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, Pat does his thing. He's absolutely crushing the game. Scotty's a good girl.
Random dog.
So anyway, after Berkey saw this, he saw let's go get a bracelet from Pat. And you know what he did? He fucking got up. He started strutting. He started, I'm gonna go win a bracelet.
Yeah.
And he went to go play the 7K.
Yeah.
And
how's he doing now?
He did not win a bracelet, unfortunately. But Jared Strauss did. It was a star-studded final table.
Starting with Jared.
Jared Strauss won it. Jeremy Osmus comes in second.
Okay.
Jason Gooch third.
Okay.
Michael Wang fourth. Craig Mason, Stefan Song, Nick Schulman, and Arian Stolt in that order. Shout out to all you guys. Congrats on final tabling that there.
Congrats to Joe Chung finishing 4th.
All right, well, congrats to Joe Chung finishing 4th. We don't know who it was, really.
I thought Corey FT'd it.
No, Corey unfortunately got 16th. He fell short. 12
okay.
paid. It was
Final 2 table.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate moment. You know, he said he did. So,
all right. So who won again?
Jay Strizza on WSOP won.
So yeah, last time this happened, there was a little talk online. Whenever somebody who isn't well known wins one of these high buy-in events on WSOP, the high roller or high stakes community online sort of tends to think that it might be beloved Ali or Mark Herm.
I mean, with
multi-accounting. That is sort of the implication that happens after. Now, to be fair, last time that accusation was made, it was just a guy who took a shot.
Yeah, it was just a guy last time. This seems to be a huge windfall. Yeah,
Nice windfall.
yeah.
I got that my bingo card.
Yeah,
Bingo.
for Mr. Strauss. So the thing is, why everybody's so suspicious, because when you look at his Hendon Mob, he has like 40K in live winnings. You can see him playing multiple South Point $60 tournaments over the past couple months or whatever. But online, he has like 154K in winnings or something along those lines in like the major events. So that's why it's bringing suspicion to everybody. You could see Jeremy Osmus put out a tweet that stated, came up short in second in the 777. Congrats to Jared Strauss, who I'd never heard of. He definitely played the best at the final table. I look forward to battling with him in live high rollers, as it's obviously that's where he belongs, despite most his live results being in $60 South Point birds.
Yeah.
You can see underneath, Chance goes and writes, sometimes you just feel like taking a stab at over 100 extra usual buy-in, and you bink.
Well, you know,
Look, Chance, I know you've done some wild shit. All right? like you're talking about Chance's, old school Chance did some high stakes gambling back then.
Maybe he just wasn't, trolling. Maybe he's just being serious.
Nah, he's definitely not. But love Chance. But okay, so let's talk about the situation. So there's two sides to the story. If you keep going down that thread, you do see people saying like, what, because you don't know him, he can't win, or like, oh, like their previous results have to equal this result. So there's definitely not 100% consensus on the Jeremy side now. And there are problems with online, right, where people do share accounts. There are things like that have happened before. And then there's also the case that Melissa's saying, where somebody was accused of that and then it ended up not being the case.
Right.
So we have to be a little bit careful on like jumping the gun. But I do think the responsibility here lies on WSOP.
Well, the issue is that people jump to this because it's happened so often, and they do suspect they're being, cheated against often, because that suspicion wouldn't exist if people trusted that they had, some type of precautions in place.
Pretty much anytime a no-name person wins or doesn't have a lot of accolades,
a high roller, one of these small field high
tournament
rollers
like that, it's going to raise suspicion, whether there's any malice there or not.
It makes sense because it's a tight-knit group, kind of. There's not that many people playing this 7K. I think there were 76 entries or something like that, 72 entries yesterday.
I fired 5 bullets.
Did you?
No.
Did you play a satellite?
Wow, Tortoise, did you just incriminate yourself? Because it was a 1x re-entry.
Wow.
Tortoise was Jade's result.
Yo.
Dude, I got my first bracelet.
I have heard of this situation being sort of handled by like WSOP or the operator kind of like getting on a call with the player and them asking, well, what were you thinking in this spot? What were you thinking in this spot? And then I'm not really sure.
What if you just said like I was playing the man?
I mean, there is that. There is that. But then I think if they find the answers to be sufficient, then they'll release the funds. And then otherwise, I think maybe the funds just become confiscated, or I don't know what the process is. Maybe we could bring in somebody from the online operations to talk about that. But definitely, I know that it's not just like immediately available. There's a process for cashing out that sum of money.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he satellited in? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Certainly.
He has played some like 5Ks and another 7K this year.
I seen him play the 5K GG main, or not the main, but a GG event, I believe. He played the 5K at Legends, supposedly. And he also played another high buy-in, I believe. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but,
so
you know,
who knows?
Yeah, I think we have to like let it play out a little bit. The problem is that the trust factor of online is probably at an all-time low.
Yeah.
It's just
the
people
issue is
don't trust it.
People still play. The people that complain every time still play, and that's just the nature of a monopoly. They have no incentive to like, you know, make players feel better. So
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to bring it up.
Go ahead, Connor. You're ready. You can't start the sentence and then.
I mean, I don't want to bring it up. I'm so over
You've
it.
got to work on your acting skills.
Like, I don't want to bring it up. What do you think? I want to bring this shit up? Like, all right, fine. Maybe I do. Did anybody watch Joey's investigation last night?
Yes.
Until I fell asleep, yeah.
Did you guys happen to see?
I saw a clip.
Yeah, I mean, let's let the people see the clip. Let's let the people see the clip.
One of those things, but if somebody continues to go against me, I'm going to take that level of negativity and make it into something positive. So the haters are only building the attention, and the positive and supportive people are only making me have a reason to get on here and thank them and love them and be a part of your show, Joey. And I will say this, and I've said this to you before, I felt that you've had the most neutral stance in this all along. And I will be honest with you, I've gotten a lot of messages saying don't trust Joey, don't trust Doug, don't trust Berkey. What about me? Fucking cutout situation. Might be a lot because I didn't go on his podcast and he expected me to go on there. Fuck off, Berkey. You can go fuck yourself.
Shots. That Berkey.
Take this please relax. Joey, you have something to say?
Oh, he's got order of viewing. Oh yeah, I just had her number. Yeah, I sent her a message, put her in there, and I'm here back from her. I got everyone texting me.
Oh man.
I mean, poor Berkey.
Oh.
Like,
I have to say, I don't think I will be tuning into another one of her interviews. I felt so drained after that. Like, I don't know what the hell kind of voodoo shit she was doing on the audience, but she was sucking up all our lifeblood through that thing.
after she got off, I was like,
I felt like it felt like that white noise after you like leave a loud concert or something. Like I felt like my ears were ringing. Like I actually felt like someone drugged me.
Listen, yesterday I was like, we are in some wild times. It was Joey had a 6-time Jeopardy champion, an executive producer of movies from Hollywood.
Yeah.
And a European soccer team owner. Like, what are we talking? And then Robbi, just talking about cheating or no cheating. And I'm just wild. What is this? Like, this is, what is happening?
It was wild.
But yeah, the Julie interview was wild. Go ahead, Melissa.
Yeah, the Julie interview was fucking wild. And then she starts going, okay, well, thanks for coming on, Julie. It's like, all of a sudden,
I thought it was her show. Yeah.
It is her show.
She asks for Julie to come on. Then she completely steamrolls and bitches her out the whole time. Julie, honestly, no shade, but shade. Like, when she didn't know who her all Bob was, she treated him like garbage. Once she found out, then all of a sudden, here comes the bankroll compliments. You're playing that with your bankroll? So it's like, okay, come on now. So once she finds out maybe who Julie is, she might get treated a little better. But I don't know. We'll see. That was really tough for me to watch. I was getting really frustrated.
I think it was tough for everybody to watch. Poor Julie. Shout out to Julie.
Julie's amazing.
Like,
I have some fun stories about it. It's really cool.
I mean, I can see that. Yeah, that was an interesting time on the pod. That last night was wild. It was just I couldn't figure out what they were talking about. Like, when Robbi was on, like, I couldn't, like, there was never a question and an answer.
Trying to follow, like, really drained me. I was like, I felt like I got mind fucked.
Yeah.
I was so confused afterwards.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, I think that was the
She
point.
did say, like, I don't tell the whole story. That's just who I am. And then you have to deal with it.
She did say that.
Maybe that's why you feel mind fucked.
Yeah.
Because she's never telling you the
Because
whole.
I got mind fucked. That's why I felt mind fucked.
She's like top tier gaslight.
Yeah, 100%. That whole thing was that conversation with her and Julie. Like that was gaslighting at its finest.
She'd fit well in here. Well, here.
Yeah, she would fit in well. That's what we do.
That would be great. She could sit right there in that seat.
I want to see her and Berkey talk.
I really was like, Berkey, call in. Please
man.
call
God,
in.
that
He
would've been
was
amazing.
saying this. He was saying this. He was blowing it up in the chat. Please have Berkey call in.
That would have been, it just would have made everything perfect. Like,
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Where do you guys think these investigations go? Do you think they like continue on or?
I think
Man.
think Joey has found what he really enjoys most, which is not necessarily like a podcast form, but more of these like long streams with like call-ins and topic discussions rather than just like a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and that's good for him. I like the fact that he's kind of beginning to find what he's really naturally good at.
Well, one thing that was interesting that maybe she may have let slip by accident was that she said that it's confirmed that Brian has stolen from other people at Hustler before.
Yeah.
And that's not something that Hustler has announced or told anybody. So they said they were going to be like transparent all
Yeah,
along the way.
how would she know that?
She did say that.
So either she was being dishonest when she said that, or Hustler's being dishonest by not being fully transparent and telling everyone all the details. So somebody's being dishonest there.
If I had to guess.
The tortoise's verdict is in. All right. I mean, yeah, I did hear that on the podcast last night.
She's gonna say, well, she probably doesn't know my name. Or she'd say,
Oh,
fuck
she's
you to
supposed
me.
to
She better know the fucking tortoise.
She knows the fucking tortoise.
She better
man.
fuck you, tortoise.
She watches the show. She knows the tortoise.
Well,
Yeah.
she's supposed to take a lie detector test. I believe that's the case. So,
I mean, that-
Who's running it? Her PR team?
well,
No,
yes.
but they're signing off on
Got
it.
it.
Right. Well, she's being taken to the place by her PR team, and I'm assuming that they scheduled it and did all the arrangements for her. So, yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see the results. I don't know. You know, Sean Deep was very critical of the fact that it was assembled by her team. So
Who is releasing the results?
I'm assuming it's her PR team, right? They're going to release it. They're going to release it maybe through her.
We should have her PR team on because I'm curious what their strategy here is.
There's not a third party.
Two bottles of
that's
red
gonna
wine?
Release the
No, so the
results?
third party that was, I mean, I don't think this one is through Eric, but Eric was supposed to, I'm sorry, Casino Eric was supposed to be the third party.
You're
yeah,
correct.
But she
It
said that
seems-
he wasn't answering her anymore or something.
That's what was said. So yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to find out what these results are. I'm interested in like hearing more to why like this should be like it could be official. Like how are we gonna take a lie detector test from her, like somebody that might be guilty? Like how are you gonna like you can't kind of go off and do that on your own? I believe like
I
somebody.
just don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah, I'm fucking lost. I don't know.
I don't know.
Shit's
I
wild.
mean, it's just something that you take with a grain of salt, right? When you're gonna get the results back, it's gonna be somewhat like it's not black and white. It's gonna be like, you know, she was maybe being deceptive, but not necessarily that she's guilty.
So here's the issue, though.
So you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
When you take a lie detector test, you have to be asked a lot of questions, like about the situation, like
They're going to be there a long time.
like all these hands, all these like discrepancies in stories, and all this stuff has to be asked, and you'll get like your baseline or whatever and figure out things. But like, who knows that? Not this random person. Like, did you cheat in the Jack forehand? No. Okay, great. Have a great day. Like that's basically what it sounds like it's going to be.
Right.
I don't know if that's the truth.
It's going to be that, and then a lot of vague questions like, have you ever cheated in poker before? Do you know people
I'm
that
just
cheat?
curious how they're
Do
going to
you have
get
a
an
device on
answer,
you?
though. She answers things in like 6 stories in a row. How are they going to get it?
Bob
Right.
did say
No,
that.
I think the way it's set up, it's you're going to answer like it's yes or no questions.
It's only
I don't think
yes or no.
that's an option for her.
Bob was saying that last night on the stream. That is hilarious. I'm kind of curious if we can set up a live stream lie detector test.
I had this idea yesterday. I really think we should all take lie detector
Strap us
test.
all
Just sounds
in.
like a fun. Chin immediately gives us the most sus look I've ever seen in my life.
You know,
We don't have to ask personal things, but I think it would be an interesting thing to see if we can pass them.
No, that's pretty cool. But
And then maybe we can bet who can pass it the best.
I wasn't even talking about us though. I was talking about her. Maybe
Oh,
maybe
I don't want to see that shit.
I mean, no, but maybe a
Mamacita in the chat's like, yeah, I have some questions for Christian.
Yeah, Mamacita, you can get front row on the asking board.
Oh
you can ask him whatever you want, or
God.
you can
So
send us questions to ask him
funny.
if you want.
That's
That would be
funny.
great if we were strapped up, and then people could have like super chats in to ask
Oh
questions.
my God, that would be hilarious.
that would be
Right?
hilarious.
Yep.
Yo,
Insane.
but like, what if we did that? Like, why? What's stopping her from doing that? Like having all the questions be asked by like a group of peers of poker, because that's what really needs to happen.
PR
Kind
team,
of.
man.
Yeah,
like
why
it's
would her
her
PR team
team.
set
Her
that up?
PR team. Look, her PR team is their job is to spin this in a way that makes her look as best as possible. And there's no way they're gonna like bring on the toughest people to rip her with questions or make her feel intimidated in any way. So
Yeah, I get it, but like, if you want to prove your innocence, we can't take this. We can't, it might be bullshit. There might be some dog shit questions. The
listen,
only
man,
jack forehand.
Listen,
only-
she's innocent because why would she do this? She could have just released a sex tape if she wanted to be famous. That's what she said.
Well, let's see what the
I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's see what the results are, right? Let's see what the questions that are asked and what the results are
Yeah.
before we, because we don't know. Maybe they will ask her tough questions.
And in the meantime, let's set ours up.
But how do we know? Like, we say like in the meantime, but we're not going to know this ever. We're not going to know what questions we're going to ask. We're just going to know passed or failed.
No.
About
We don't
the
know
jack.
that.
No.
We don't know that.
Well,
We should get the question, the answer she gave, and the result.
So
It's not just she passed. That's not what we're gonna get.
maybe
I don't think that would be.
I'm curious
That'd
what
be
we're
really-
gonna get.
that'd be
That's what
really
I don't
bad.
know. I've never seen a lie detector test tweeted out. The results tweeted out to the poker Twitter world. So
agree.
so we don't have a precedent.
This is true. We don't have a precedent, so maybe we should try to like start one, a live stream lie detector test. Get on it. We let some of the people in the community ask the questions.
I really hope
Yo,
we get
she's
to
straight
see
up
each one.
told an owner of a soccer team that
Dude.
she's gonna tweet the dick pics that
That
he
was
sent her.
wild.
He's like, yo, I can't even joke like this. I own a soccer team. Leave me the fuck alone.
That was when I was like, wow, we've hit an all-time high. Like this,
He was
I've never seen
like,
this.
please stop. Like, I own a soccer team. Can you stop?
Like, you can't do this.
I'm
to my man.
uncomfortable. Like,
There's a few problems here,
there's a few problems. One is, one of the people is married. I'm joking like that. And
Yo, what is happening?
I don't know,
Yesterday, I was just like, this. At one point, it was so crazy that I was like, okay. Hustler said that this was a reality show. So maybe on October 15th, they're just like, all right, guys, season 1 is over. I hope you enjoyed the finale. Like, all this was a show.
That would be amazing.
And I would be like, holy shit, I'm tuning into every show from now
Yeah.
on.
That would be
Right?
the most mind-blowing shit.
Obviously,
ever.
that's not the case, but I'm just like, wow.
That's 4D.
Hollywood
That's
is
4D chess right there.
Yeah, like that's another level if they set
Yeah.
this whole thing up to make it a real reality show. But I mean, I'm just like, wow, that would be it.
I mean, not for nothing. There's been at least, I don't know, I'd say at least 10,000 human beings that have locked in for Joey's fucking live stream for, I don't know, at least 40 hours over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
At least. And, I was talking about it yesterday. When Joey tweets in moments like this, could you imagine the response by some? I know me. You know how I was? I was like, yo, Joey just tweeted. I took a moment. Let's lock in, baby. It's time to lock in. We going in with Joey, baby. He got me pumping. We just locked the fuck in.
Yeah.
That's what
How
Joey
do you
does.
think, on a side note, how do you think Joey's feeling right now? Because he's like, I feel like he's getting drained, man.
yeah, I don't blame him.
He's
has to be
gotta
drained.
be.
I'm
man.
drained.
Well,
We're drained.
because
Yeah,
it's
we're
like
really
he's
drained.
also having and I think this is a part that's probably draining him, is that he's having and also I think we all got a little drained from hearing Robbi for an hour. Mind fuck us. I'm not kidding. I'm traumatized. But like, I think he's getting drained by listening to, anyone would, listening to people argue back and forth over the same thing over and over, like for hours. Like, that's draining. I think it's better, like, when he has, you know, I know the debate is interesting to some people, and it's a good way to find information or whatever, but I think the content is better when it's like him and Deeb, or like him and Bob, and they're like kind of bouncing off each other instead of having this like weird argument interrogation type thing. That can be very draining for the host, I think.
Yeah, when you have a live stream and somebody asks questions, you know, you expect answers after the question, or something along the lines toward an answer, or maybe like I don't fucking know.
Also take into account that, like, oftentimes the people that you're hearing from on the live stream and things like that are also working behind the scenes during the day, right? They're like answering messages, they're like, people are sending them stuff, they're vetting it, they're talking to people.
A lot of work.
So all this stuff then culminates to a stream or a podcast or whatever, and it's like, it's been an all day thing.
Yo, we're on day...
I hope he keeps streaming though, even if like there's nothing to investigate or whatever, because I just think he's good at it.
He's really good at it.
I think he's so funny without like meaning to be funny. Like the way he does, for some reason he doesn't say the S's at the ends of his words. Like, why she make it like that? It'll be like never says the S's. Like he'll like just be like locked in about everything.
He's got
Everything
some cool
is locked
taglines,
in.
yeah.
I just think he's really good at. He's good at like being the conductor of a community that he's built, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And his community is huge.
Conductor of the Legion.
Yeah, the Legion.
General.
It's the Legion.
General of the army.
You know,
Yeah.
and he's crushing it with them.
Yeah.
Like he is crushing it. Like that Legion that's strong. He has a strong ass following. I think he's up to like 85K followers on YouTube. With that being said, please subscribe on our YouTube. We're trying to get to 50K, you know, in the next month or something like that.
Do it.
We're at like 46K or something.
Hit us with some likes.
Hit us with some likes, subscribe. You can also hit that join button and join our community. Get these awesome ass emotes. The LMA9, the tortoise. There's a bunch of emotes in there you might want to get your hands on. Let's get it popping.
You can't get it popping unless you can put "Let's get it popping"
It's true.
in the chat.
You can't get it popping without the LGIP out there in the chat. So
Talking about LMAO, did you guys hear or watch the Caitlyn second skit?
my man, Grapple, by any chance, can you roll that bad boy? This shit was hilarious.
Pie in the oven. I got a bag of the finest THC edibles and an 8-ball.
Is Giorno in the oven?
That's right. No pills and
He
powders.
hates
for
that she
fat
keeps saying April.
I am gonna do enough of these edibles to tranquilize a small horse, though. So semantics.
Take on the situation, and she thought she had a pair of threes. Maybe Jack thought Jack High was good. I mean, I don't know, man. I got casinos to run. I play with her any day. Do I have to have an opinion?
Okay, so suddenly I'm the bad guy because I don't want to sue a broke person over 15 grand. Smoking gun.
Okay, yeah, the edibles are kicking in.
Joey, I knew you were gonna go there. Listen, yeah, okay, so there was a loan, and the person who loaned me the money isn't worried about it. I'm not worried about it, so why are you worried? I gotta get going, Joey. It's my kid, it's my wife. Now I gotta fill the piñata. There's no candy in it yet, Joey. It's my kid's birthday. I mean, I'm just saying, 10 grand's a lot of money, Beans. You wanna tell me what you know? Hey, Beanie, Beansy baby, look at me. Do I look like a man who would hurt you, or do I look like a guy who has your best interest at heart? Who'd you hear that from?
Not telling us everything you know, bro. You tell us everything you know, and then we can move on. Poker's safe. I'm not being aggressive. I'm applying consistent pressure. It's like you've never seen Law & Order, bro.
Yo! Without Matt.
I mean, it's definitely coming off a little sauce.
Would now be an appropriate time to bring up my bust-out hand from the mixed game circuit event I was playing earlier?
Jesus Christ. Kessler, it's all gonna come out eventually. Everybody's gonna know. I'm gonna let you look up my skirt, you're gonna look underneath, and you're gonna like what you see because there's nothing there.
I follow back a lot of sad poker people.
I don't understand why it's so weird that I spent 7 hours at Javier's.
Have you had their queso? At any given time, 3/4 of my liquid net worth is not with me. It's normal. It's fine. Quit acting brand new.
Ask again later. Well, it was worth a shot. I got a Dijon.
He's crushing these fucking videos.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you guys, who is your favorite character throughout 1 and 2?
I liked Beans.
I liked Beans.
Yeah.
I liked Beans. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Beans
but Nick Bertucci's good.
Bertucci is good.
I don't know why I always sound like brain dead.
It's all
last time I checked, I wasn't a Valley girl.
It's a little sus.
But Joey also doesn't do 8 balls, so I guess
I mean, like,
well, it's got to be over the top, right?
Conrad's was good though. Too. The first one was hilarious.
I mean, what? She's been crushing these. Like, I mean, she's getting everybody down for the most part. Like, she's crushing it. Marley's was pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
I have to say, Marley's.
Obviously, Berkey's was great.
Berkey's was good.
Yeah.
They gotta keep these going. Like as things progress in poker and like more events happen, like I would like to see them stay.
Yeah, I mean they're good. Anything that makes us laugh is awesome.
Kessler, man.
Yeah, Kessler was fucking great. Like, I just got another min cat.
No, but it's true. Like as you're scrolling through Twitter, it's just like Robbi, bad beat.
Yeah. What? Somebody tweeted that.
Really was.
That was hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Caitlin.
Yeah, shout out Caitlin.
Doing the work. Doing the work. Putting that fucking degree to use. So, talking about investigations. Seems the SEC is on one. Yuga Labs is being investigated for
Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yep, Bored Ape Yacht Club. They're basically looking into the ape coin and seeing if it is like a stock, basically, and
securities.
Yep, and if they should be adhering by the same laws. I don't know too much about this.
Well, it's sort of just a step in figuring out what NFTs are to society.
To Uncle Sam?
Where do they fit in? Like, what are they? So it's sort of a step in that direction, I think.
It's kind of sucks for a lot of the holders, the high point for these Bored Apes was for the floor of these Bored Apes, the worst one.
During the bull market.
During the bull market was $420,000 or something along those lines. And, now it's down to like $85K. And
it's still pretty fucking high for a picture of an ape, though.
It is, but
depends on what you paid for it.
Exactly.
If you paid $200K for it, it's worth $85. That's not good.
Well, to be fair though, that's not because of the SEC news that everything is down.
Right. No. Of course, everything is down. But my question is does the SEC news make it go down more? Like, is this gonna cause
Apecoin
panic?
Went down like 10%, but I don't think it's.
It's weird. Like you'll see something come out and it's potentially bad news for the coin or the the asset itself, and then it goes up,
right?
Because people have eyes on it, and then they just go and buy it.
I mean, sushi went down on the rumor that the CEO fingered a horse, and that went down way more than this.
What? What the fuck did you just say?
Sushi.
Yeah.
The CEO. Someone started a rumor. It's so funny how these rumors just can spread so fast, but. I guess the CEO was being looked into. Jared Gray was being looked into because he was potentially a scammer before.
Okay. And
then someone just comments, "Is that the guy who fingered a horse?" And then from then, it just spread all over the place. Sushi CEO fingered a horse.
Is that just the biggest all-time troll?
I don't know. I think so. People are like, "There's a video," but I don't think there is.
I mean, that's fucking pretty interesting. I'm kind of curious to see if Bored Ape, what happens from here. I know they have a lot of cool things about them. They do Bored Ape meetup clubs. You get free some merchandise, some cool things. I want to know what happens in that metaverse world coming up.
Yeah.
SEC looking into everybody.
Charles Liu might be in there.
Charles
representing those Bored Apes.
He is the #1 metaverse lawyer.
Yeah.
Can we get him in touch with Yuga Labs?
Maybe.
They might need him.
You think they're already in contact?
You might need him.
I mean, if he's the #1 metaverse lawyer, he has to be in contact with Yuga Labs right now. There's no other. There's no question about it. They're #1.
Nicholas, it was a female horse. It was the vagina. Just goes, male or female horse? Which hole?
Jeez.
All caps.
Wow.
So
aggressive.
Anyways, I believe it was over last weekend that a club in Texas got raided. The Watauga Social Lounge Poker Club in Texas, Watauga, Texas, situated between Fort Worth and Dallas, was raided by local authorities, with players being fined and at least a half a dozen staff members being arrested and booked in the county jail. The warrant, which Judge George Gallagher signed on Friday, October 7th at 7:55 a.m., more than 2 days before the execution of the raid. I have some questions about this. So basically, it seems like the judge signed the warrant on Friday for them to raid this club.
Mm-hmm.
They waited till Sunday to raid it when they knew when the most players will be there. This club, I'm pretty sure, is just open up every day, you know? I didn't look, but I'm pretty sure it's open up every day.
Yeah.
So they went in there when they knew the most money would be in there, like the most people, and they fined everybody. Like,
that's sharp.
How, like, this is predatory behavior, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, the nature of this raid is like 100% predatory.
Oh, they always try to get you when at the most opportune time for them.
But you're also getting, like, I guess, because they're finding all the people in there.
Well, they want to get as many people that they can. Like, that's just good business by them. Not business, but also just like good enforcement.
What kind of business?
I mean,
like it's just like they're gonna get all these people, and they're either gonna pay a fine or they're gonna fight it. And if they try to fight it, they'll get more information out of them and stuff like that. Like, so they have they cast a wider net.
Yeah, I mean, every time I've ever been in any situation with the law in a poker club, there were no tickets handed out. You know, they was just like, get out of here.
But they were just that was small, like big business for the operator in these New York City clubs, right? Like that's mostly what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like New York, New Jersey, underground. They raid the club and they're just like, yo, get the fuck out. And the only people that get in trouble are really the owner and the dealers.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like they came down hard, huh? They fined everybody. They put people in jail, right?
Yeah,
They detained people.
Half a dozen staff members were arrested and booked in county jail.
See, that's
Which, you know, I mean, it happens. That happens everywhere.
Yeah,
that's
when you're part of staff, you get in trouble.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I understand you get in trouble, but like to throw them in jail immediately.
No, it's real trouble if you get if you're dealing or some sort of part of the operation, you're in trouble.
So it looks like they were making a statement.
Yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to, honestly.
Yeah, the move. Yeah, this is why when we were doing like the New York games, Conrad, like you had to dress just like a player, right? because if they ever came, right, and, you know, like Connie used to deal sometimes. Like we were running the games.
Yeah.
You look just like a player, and you never kept the money of like the house on you because then you know it's you.
Right.
So you look like a player,
Keep it
and
on
then
the
you
guy
keep
next
the
to
money
you.
on the other side, and I don't know nothing, bro. I don't know who runs this game. I was just here.
I'm just looking like a player, smelling like a player, you know, talking like a player. I'm gonna play it tonight. I don't know what you guys are
Just
talking
came for the
about.
buffet, man.
I heard there was free
talking about.
food here.
Yep.
I just came to hang out.
But this doesn't work when you work at an actual establishment.
No, it does not.
You're in a uniform.
Well, the thing about
your name on your
also
shirt.
the thing about this is because like even if you change clothes, whatever, in a house game, it's close knit.
Yeah.
In a room like this, everybody's ratting on you.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room. That motherfucker was dealing. That motherfucker was dealing. He gave me chips and he's running the room. Everybody's going down.
Every man for themselves out there.
Yeah, like in a home game, everybody's gonna shut the fuck up because everybody knows like if you just keep your mouth shut, nothing happens.
Everybody goes home.
Everybody goes home. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's interesting why they. I mean, another reason why they possibly waited is maybe the owner was coming in on Sunday. Like there was, you know, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
They probably already kind of had the movement of this club in sight, so they already kind of knew like, okay, this is the best time to go.
Yeah. So with this happening, what do we think about other poker clubs in Texas and how they should feel?
So based on the information I got, this is more of a Dallas problem, like Dallas area problem, coming from, you know, pressure potentially from Oklahoma casinos and things like that, since like it's like somewhat relatively close, so they're taking a little bit of business from them, and maybe there's a little bit of pressure on the back channels to get this going. So it's a Dallas problem, and they've been like really fighting this stuff, right? Like, remember when TCH Dallas had the sign up that like they were really fighting for their life, so to speak.
Yeah, no, there's been some things going on in Dallas. Like a lot of I believe there was another club that was raided as well or shut down. Yeah.
I mean, I just think this is like Dallas clubs are really just kind of fighting for their life. Like they're trying to stay alive. It's a big market. And I wish them the best. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I this whole time with Texas, I just don't know, because people it's just so much money for like a casino to open in Texas, and like if that ever gets pushed through, like I just don't see these like clubs that take away business from the casinos surviving. Now, for now, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know enough of the ecosystem.
Yeah, as per the casinos, I think it would all hinge on location of where that casino is.
Yeah, but we all know where it's going to be. They're going to center it right in that triangle.
It should be right in Austin, like right around there.
Yeah, anywhere in like where it's not too far. It's like 2 to 3 hours away from the three major cities.
Yep,
right?
Exactly. So with that being said, do you think that this is going to be a problem going with other poker clubs in Texas? With outside of Dallas, because like if there's an issue in Dallas, there's going to be an issue everywhere. Like, do you think these clubs in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, they should be worried about stuff like this?
It feels like they have been like city to city problems. It seems like for you to open one of these clubs, you have to be approved by the city.
I was going to ask that. Like, is there different rules? It's not like it's not like a state thing. It's more of like a county or city.
I don't know. I don't want to speak authoritatively, but I will say that from the things that I've seen and read, it seems like it's a city to city kind of battle.
I was on the opposite spectrum. I thought it was a state thing, and like you still had to talk to like your local city and make sure like
it could be both.
They were okay with it, and like where you open up your spot, everybody's okay with it. Like there's rules to it.
So Poker Traveler, who lives down there and plays that scene, he's saying in the chat that it's specific to each county, and the state still hasn't said anything about it. So far, it looks like they're leaving it to the county, and they figure it out. So whatever county Dallas is in, it's just like, nah, bro. So like, they're fighting this.
That actually comes to be even worse in my opinion, because if it's county to county, then it's basically a free for all.
Yeah,
like all these sheriff's departments can just one day just snap.
Yeah. And just like the people, like the people that are representing your county, right? The state legislator is just going to, not the state legislator, like the people that represent your county for Congress, like so they're gonna be the end deciding factor of your poker room. Good luck.
So basically what you're trying to say is, proactively go to your local city hall if you decide to open up a poker club, grease some palms.
Grease some palms.
You might be all right.
You bring some Crisco and shake their hand. Invite them to your poker game.
Yeah, the judges game, right? The old judges game.
You got to get in the judges game.
Okay. That game's probably good.
If you get in the judges game in fucking Texas, shit is popping, I'm sure. I couldn't even imagine what goes on there. I seen what goes on in the normal games. The judges game.
I don't think they're gonna let anyone look in the judges game, bro.
They're not gonna let you in?
No.
I mean, just gotta show me, a little charisma.
I'll get in, and you guys can buy pieces.
There you go.
We want to go to the fucking judges game. Come on, it's so much fun. You saw around us, like the judges game. We could we know everybody's hand immediately. It's easy like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just what happens when you walk in the judges game?
I think so.
Yeah, you know everybody's cards.
Yeah, everybody's just face up, right?
Cards are marked.
Oh, man. So we've been missing a part of our team here. Landy has been off in the woods in fucking London somewhere or something like that.
Hood lawyer at the judges game.
He told us in the chat today, I'm walking to go play a 2K, guys. He's been walking for like 6 hours. He's still not where he has to be to go play this 2K.
He might not ever get his driver's license. Like, he might come back and start walking everywhere. He's just gonna walk to the Strip.
He's just walk the Strip to play the World Series events next year.
But in the meantime, he's getting some cool pictures. You can see Landon up here on a rooftop, on the mountaintop, and then
Is that Landon?
That's Landon?
No. There was another one, but you got this black sheep.
Around. Yep.
I was looking at this black sheep, and it got me thinking.
Wow.
What is this, Simba?
There you go. That's the cool picture
That
of
is
Landon.
Simba. He is our Lion King.
He could change his profile pic. That's pretty dope.
That was pretty dope, actually.
But
more mirror pic.
Yeah, I do have a question though. When we talk about Landon, when we talk about animals, there's only one question to be asked.
Please don't make this be a sushi thing.
Beat a sheep. What do we think about Landon fighting a sheep? So I did some research.
Wait. You got to fill the people in because we have 1,400 people. They haven't necessarily been following the inside joke. So you got to fill them into this.
Fill them in for this.
Go ahead.
All right, you know what? Landon thinks he can beat a fucking orangutan, basically.
Yeah.
This is how it all started.
Yeah.
Landon one day said he could beat a chimpanzee, no problem. Did some research,
Well, it was actually a conversation he and I had in the kitchen, and he was saying I could fight it, animal. I could chimpanzees are small, I could definitely fight one of those. And I was like, no, you couldn't.
He highly, highly underestimated how strong
and he was
they
offended, he was genuinely hurt that I said he couldn't beat a chimpanzee, and I was like, you need to learn more about the animal kingdom. You don't understand animals.
Right.
So that's how this whole thing started.
Right. And then we started going down the list of animals, and he lost to all of them according to us.
We landed on gerbil. He could beat a gerbil.
Yeah.
We did, but
And now we finally have made it to.
we're going back up. We're going back up. We're going back up. We're
sturdy.
We're gonna see if we. I did some research, and I found this man fighting a sheep.
Okay.
And we're gonna watch this video.
Oh my God.
Scratching her ass, actually, it looked like.
Yeah.
Was that World Star?
World Star. So
we are live. Corley Moore.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
Whoa, Corley Moore. Who is that?
Moore.
What is going on?
What are you
Corley
watching?
Moore half-price.
So I started thinking, and I think there has to be rules to this fight because it's not to the death, right?
Right.
So first one down, get knocked down 3 times, loses.
Yo,
Landon or the sheep? Landon or the sheep? I'm going around the room. Chin, tell me your thoughts.
The sheep ain't going down, man. No, I got sheep.
You got sheep?
Yeah, I got sheep.
All right, Landon's been in the gym.
I don't care.
He's on the jump rope. He's been sturdy. He's doing one-legged
The sheep's
fucking.
been in the wild.
What the fuck's a jump rope gonna do?
He's got it's
jump roping gonna do to help make you
He's got
prepare.
balance. He's got balance.
No.
He can jump, he might
What is
be
he
able to
gonna
move
do?
around.
Stand on the sheep's back?
Nothing
and
has
balance?
more balance than 4 legs.
This might be true, but he might be able to get out of the way, he's been moving.
Yeah, you could get out of the way.
But then he might be able to push the sheep over,
Nah.
No, he's gonna try and pet it and then get upset when it tries to headbutt him.
He knows he's fighting. First one down 3 times loses. So the question is, does the man beat the sheep?
No.
I'm going to go sheep minus 1,200.
I should have said add the line.
I can't imagine him fighting anything.
Jade, can you please add a line for me?
I don't think 1,200. I think sheep minus 350.
I was gonna say
350?
minus 600.
Yeah, I think it's kind of close.
You think he has a 20% chance of beating the sheep?
Yeah, 20%. For real. Every now and then,
He's a weapon.
It's kind of hard to beat a sheep. How much that thing weighs? And then just
how much does a sheep weigh?
I don't know. 1 second, we're gonna find out.
If he's fighting Little Bo Peep, then he's just maybe he has a chance.
No, he needs to fight top line sheep,
Yeah.
like the ones they use for
Right.
everything, straight up top tier sheep. Can't be no.
Landon versus Little Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep minus 200.
All right,
Little Bo Peep is a woman, isn't it?
It looks like a male
Or is that a
adult
sheep?
sheep.
Go ahead.
Little Bo
Give us
Peep?
the male adult sheep.
It gets up to 350 pounds.
Bro, he ain't taking down no 350 sheep.
That's at this point, it's 3 times his size.
I'll take the sheep at 350 strong.
Wait, Little Bo Peep wasn't a little lamb or something?
I thought it was a girl with a sheep. She was a sheep herder.
Oh, she's the herder of the
I
sheep?
think so.
Who the fuck is Little Bo Peep?
I don't know, man. This is white people.
Where the fuck did Little Bo Peep come from?
You don't know Little Bo Peep?
This is that fucking Midwest shit. I'm starting to think fucking Philly's in the Midwest. That's what's going on here. Philly, Pennsylvania,
I
it's
just
all the
grew up in a
Midwest.
really white area, guys.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Mother Goose was all the rage.
Well, on that note, gonna wrap up today's show. Like, subscribe, show us some love in the comments. You know, let us know. Can Landon beat a 350-pound sheep?
No.
And if he can or can't, what are the odds? Let us know. Give us your line. We need to know. Maybe we're gonna, we might just open up a market.
Maybe.
Shit might happen. There's a lot of things we could open up a market for. Landon versus cockroach, Landon versus sheep. Like, shit's going on. He might just fight one day. Who knows? Please like, subscribe.
You're really good at this hosting thing, by the way.
Yeah. I'm trying to get better. I'm not good at it, but I get caught up on some words. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to.
Let's let the chat decide if you should host. More and more shows.
Let's let the chat decide.
Okay.
They might
leave a comment.
What happened?
No, I said leave a comment if you want Conrad to keep hosting.
Please leave the comment. Let us know. On that note, we are out of here, squad.
Peace.